I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Kaguya-sama Love is War, Season 3, Episode 4. Last episode, we had the addition of Maki.
A great addition that I was surprised turned out the way that it did. It panned out a lot differently than I expected. I mean, I expected an explanation eventually to this character that quivers behind pillars watching Kashiwagi on her romantic adventures.
Yeah.
But I was not expecting a Kaguya relative or to be a parallel to a future that Miyuki and Kaguya would not want to come to pass.
Yeah.
So
they played those cards so well. They planted her into the story from season 1?
They had us wondering what was up with her. Like, what was her deal? Why was she so interested in Kashiwagi's relationship and watching them and spying on them? Like, what was her deal? It's been one of the biggest question marks in my head this whole series is like, what is up with that girl?
It's cool because the way that they played it, they built Kashiwagi up for us, and we love Kashiwagi.
We love Kashiwagi.
So it fit in really well.
We're a Kashiwagi household.
We are. I hope we see Maki again, though. I think that her character is really interesting.
I think they're going to keep her. I mean, they did establish that Ishigami and Miyuki are her collaborators now.
Yeah.
And I don't think she will let them escape that easily.
I agree. I don't know how far they'd be willing to go to break up a relationship.
They might have a meeting with the boyfriend and be like, oh, yes, and you're sure she's the one that you want to stay with and your eyes aren't drifting other places? Yeah. And he'll be like, no, I love her. I want to marry her. And they'll be like, oh, we can't do this. I
love the coin game.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. Led to some great moments, a great ending.
Lots of cheating in that one.
I have last episode pulled up, and the screenshot that I have is the screen grab is of the teddy bear representing Miko with her phone, headphones, and then the flower. Man, they're rubbing it in our face that we don't know yet, and it's okay, it's not Ishigami. No, I'm patiently waiting. But I need to know what it is.
Would he? Okay, imagine the scenario, and it fits into something that's happened to Ishigami in the past. Can't you just see it possibly being one of those really frustrating situations where someone else takes credit for it?
Maybe.
And he just lets them do that?
I hope that doesn't happen.
I know. It's a terrifying thought.
I could see it, and now I'm terrified. Oh, no.
I really don't want that to happen. I want them to eventually... I don't know if it needs to be a conversation where the two of them are both aware that the other is now aware, but I think it'd be nice if they both secretly on their own time became privy to the knowledge of how much they've looked after each other.
Yeah, I mean, we already got the first stages of counseling.
Yeah, they're on their way.
They're on their way.
To civil relationship status.
I mean, maybe someday.
I mean, I think Ishigami's making some steps.
Agreed.
I think Miko's the one that, doesn't want to budge.
Maybe Ishigami, because, okay, I don't think you could just tell Miko different, though. That's, she's not being mean. That's the world that she lives in. So maybe there comes a time where Ishigami does something so heroic and chivalrous that Miko is like, oh.
You know what it is?
Shaving his head?
Oh, that is a good one. That is not what I was thinking. I was thinking that he records himself doing affirmations, but doesn't release it as himself and just puts it on Spotify, and she finds it and she's like, oh my god, this is my favorite affirmation voiceover ever, and she listens to it while she does her homework.
Let's go with that one. You ready?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That startled me too.
We're watching a lot of shows with really good intros.
Yeah, honestly.
Recently.
So you are a collaborator.
Crush?
He has a crush on her? I mean, she is great, so...
I love her hair. Oh my gosh! You. Oh, Oh.
He just hit himself.
Oh no. It's like a Souls game.
I mean, she immediately accepted him and was supportive.
Oh. Oh.
Of course he is.
No redeeming traits. It's really sad. Please help. Ultra romantic!
Huh, I wonder what other times you might have left a flower on someone's desk.
He's so smooth.
That is not creepy, it was very sweet.
He's trying so hard.
You can just give it to her, that's creepy. No.
Oh. Ishigami loses.
More studying!
Yeah!
Yes!
It's the sequel we needed. Yes! These feelings are ramping up.
I want to be in her family.
Oh man.
Oh my
We're like
gosh.
speed running this, dude.
Top 50.
He's serious. Oh!
He's in love! He's a boy in love!
Kaguya believed in him. Number
Okay.
one Miko, you know.
That makes sense. Bump into her, bump into her.
Please.
Today.
Hayasaka's gonna need to have a good disguise.
Mr. Herthika. No way.
Impressive.
Chika's, this is gonna live in her head rent free forever. But with a sleepover,
She can be easily pried for information at the moment.
it's like she's sick.
Yeah. Or it's like she's drunk. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yes.
Oh, video. Oh no.
Oh my god, this is the best thing to
It's
ever
like
exist.
1 a.m. Oh my god. This is getting really intense. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's asleep. Asleep.
Quick change. Okay, that was Kaguya-sama Love is War, Season 3, Episode 4. That was a really good episode.
If you had said to me, Anna, you know, what could make Hayasaka even better? What could make her your favorite character out of all of them? I'd be like, you know, I can't think of anything. I wish I had thought of this. Mr. Herthika. That is it. That is it.
It makes sense.
Of course. Because, as Hayasaka said, she knows Chika in school, and she's kind of friends with Chika in school. So of course she has to come up with an even more elaborate disguise. And Miyuki's a guy, so she can just change her hairstyle and everything's fine.
I'm not saying she won't be able to handle it, but when Hayasaka is forced to deal with the repercussions of this on Kaguya's wedding day and has to try to hire lookalikes to play each one of her personas while playing herself, that's going to be a tough day.
You know, I thought you were going to go for the fact that I don't know how Hayasaka is going to recover over Kaguya realizing that Chika thinks that Miyuki has been texting Mr. Herthika. And that misunderstanding.
Yeah. Man.
Oh my gosh. I love that Kay was involved.
I love
that made
this
the whole
episode.
scene so much better.
I agree with you. Okay, first things first. How do you pronounce the name? Tsubame?
Tsubame? Yeah.
That's a turn. I mean, it makes sense completely.
So I'm like slightly bummed a little bit that it's not Miko, but it does make sense. Like I said, they're the type of couple that if they got together, it would be after high school. Like, they're adults. So this is really cute. I like this because I like this character. She cried.
Yeah.
In being so proud of Ishigami and like he tried so hard.
I got very defensive of Ishigami because I felt like something bad was going to happen to him, and one of my thoughts was it was going to be her. And I feel so guilty for thinking that because she is lovely and I love how Ishigami responds to her being in the room.
Also,
and their conversation was so cute.
It was. I have a lot of faith in Ishigami now in terms of his love life because he has great taste.
Yeah.
He has great taste in girls. She's a sweetheart. She's supportive. She's fun. Like, so good.
Okay. I liked the last act of the episode. It was one of my favorites by far. Like I was really into it, right? Yeah. And it was happy and I was laughing and enjoying it. Why does every happy moment in this show have to come at the cost of Ishigami's like mental state and everything he has to go through? I was feeling bad for him when he was Kaguya was addressing the lack of success in his life. And then once the bathroom scene happened, like I was crying. It was so real and done really well.
It's kind of like you're just watching, like, it's like Chika and Ishigami are like the more normal or just the more maybe, I don't know, Chika doesn't really count. Ishigami's the normal person in the room with all these super geniuses and really rich people.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, how did he, like, Miyuki is obviously this commoner that got in here, but it's like Ishigami resembles that more.
Yeah.
The kind of, you're a little bit out of place here. But oh
like,
my gosh.
The line that he was talking about when he thought and wished he was this person that if he put his mind to something, he could succeed.
He thought he'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
He really tried.
I feel like that is extremely real.
That's such a good mindset, too, to have.
But he wasn't. It wasn't the case. And like, I'm so glad that he picked himself up and he said that he's going to get there next time. And the whole Kaguya pushing him on and him doing this not for the love or anything like that, but for Kaguya, and like
that's what like made it hit more because I think a lot of times friendship and those types of relationships or wanting to please someone and not be getting anything out of it are underrepresented. I think you see those types of feelings in relationships on TV less, where you're not getting anything out of this. There's no instant gratification for you. Maybe Kaguya would tell him good job or something, but that's not the reason he did it. He's not doing it for her to react to him succeeding.
Yeah.
And I think we don't see that sort of representation of friendships and just having a person support you and care for you and you wanting to make them proud enough.
Agreed. When you look at Ishigami as a character, one of our biggest memories of his character was a flashback where he said the truth and no one believed him. And we had last episode that like he wanted to be believed. Mm-hmm. Or no, that was, sorry, Miyuki. But the whole belief, I guess, of Ishigami's character from that moment and then have like just wanting somebody to believe him, and then Shirogane did believe him, and now this episode Kaguya believed in him, and like it was so rewarding to see his acknowledgement of that and his desire to do good because of that, and I like that.
Yeah. I also like that Kaguya is not aware that she is doing what she said was cheating.
Yeah. Am I crazy?
Did you think that he was in there?
I thought someone was in here.
Does he ever hide under the desk? Why do I vaguely feel like he takes a nap or something underneath the desk? I could be like getting that from some other show. But the chair moved. Yeah.
And we both noticed it move, and they never referenced it again unless they're trying to like, plant seeds for the future.
Yeah, it's like a seed. Yeah. Was that just us moving slightly, like the camera moving?
No.
No, the chair literally moves. Or did they move the chair out of the way so that we could see Kaguya since she wasn't sitting right next to him?
What, the narrator?
That's like a weird choice.
But they've had shown the same shot where you could see Kaguya before, and then...
Weird. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that was a seed of... Maybe he listened in on this conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe Miko did. Maybe Miko overheard the conversation.
That'd be
I don't know why
interesting.
she'd be under there, but that'd
Any
be funny.
reason.
I mean, we know if it was Chica, we would already know that she knew.
If they do use this for a future, like, reveal, that's pretty cool. Like, to, like, plant obvious seeds for something. But did anything too damning come out other than Ishigami's, like, love life?
Well, one reason to think maybe it was Chica is because she, at the end of the episode, says that she knows that Ishigami has a crush on Tsubame.
That's true. But... Oh my god. I really did, like, that bathroom scene. Like, I was getting really emotional, and I was like, how can I go from, like, so, like, I went from, like, a very happy, laughing place to this, and, like, I almost, like, laughed at a serious part right when it started, because I wasn't sure how to take it, and then once they really went down the route of, like, trying to be real, it got me. It was so well done.
I wanted him to, like, blow Miko's mind when she handed the test back to him and was like, you better not get an F. And he was like, I studied really hard for this. And she was like, okay. You know, that kind of energy. And I was like...
I mean, he did improve 25 ranks.
Maki, number 3 to... Wow.
That's interesting to see, huh? Maki's right under Kaguya.
Dang.
Hayasaka, I'm honestly surprised, is 114. I would think that Hayasaka is number 3 or like 4, you know?
It seems like Hayasaka just kind of wants to enjoy her school life, like her real person outside of working in the Shinomiya household.
You know what? And the fact that she is the same exact rank as, like, I think she has it like all planned out.
Yeah,
she
she's
wants
like,
to
that's
be
a good
114.
rank, and that's as well as she wants. She doesn't want to be known as a smarty pants.
Yeah.
That
Man,
doesn't really seem like a Hayasaka thing to want.
Going forward with this relationship has really done Kashiwagi's grades in.
Oh, dang.
That's minus 20, dude.
Wait, has her boyfriend gotten better?
Yeah.
She's been tutoring him, and his grades have gotten better,
right.
and hers have decreased because now she's focusing on
You're right.
tutoring him.
Why do you think
that's realistic?
Why do you think Chica's getting worse?
Just depends on if there was anything going on in her life at the time that she was more excited about.
Any, like,
a new board game came out
media.
or something.
Yeah. I feel like Chica would never start a YouTube channel, but if somebody started one for her, she would be successful.
Yes. I can agree with that.
I, again, love Ishigami. I love seeing his character. And, like, before he was getting ready to take the test and he did that thing with his hair, I was like, oh my god, you're so cool.
Seeing these scores brings me back to high school. Like, it was so competitive in my grade in terms of, like, your ranking. And because it was a small class, you know? And I remember, like, I was, like, maybe in the 30s or something. And then I think, like, the next year, like, I went through, like, a bad year. And I was, like, 66. And I was, like, it was devastating.
We didn't have numbers like that.
You didn't?
But I'd say, like, 40% of the kids in my high school, if not well more, like, cheated on everything. Like, it was just, like, phones out in classes, like, texting each other. They had group chats for, like, the right answers.
Surprisingly, I never saw anyone cheating.
It was
I'm sure people
rampant.
did, but I never caught them. And I'm not a teacher. I was a student, so you would think I might be able to see it, but...
I wasn't in those group chats. Not even because I was like, oh, I'm so steadfast and not cheating, Miko Ino style. It was just because I just wasn't in them. Like Ishigami style.
I really liked the teachers that gave you, like, a note card and was like, you can write whatever you want on here. And I was like, this is a task for me.
They would never say write on there for me. They'd say, like, you can use one side of this note card. So then I'd do it all.
It up.
Yeah, I'd type it up and, like, do, like, 2 font and then bring a magnifying glass.
I always find that I can understand my writing more than I can type. And also I can write really small. Little tangent there, little fun facts. Little fun facts about note cards.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, the whole Kaguya-Chika ending was great. I agree. Kei being there made everything better.
Honestly, I think everything that Chika learned at the end of this episode is going to fuel her mind for a good couple months. Like, she's consistently... She doesn't need dream fuel.
Yeah.
You know? Like, she has fun things to think about at all moments. All waking moments of the day. And all dream moments.
Do you feel it ramping up, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're both, like, being hit with a realization that not only could they graduate or, like, go off to college and no longer see each other, that was already something that's been planted as an idea. But now, this thing they didn't even think about until this season, which is, what if they end up dating someone else?
Yeah.
What if someone else confesses to them? What if maybe they liked... You know, because that is a real worry. Like, they could like you, but if someone is in front of them that's cute, that's like, hey, I love you, go out with me, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you'd say yes. Maybe you'd try it.
I'm glad. Like, it feels really good. Like, I'm really happy to be here while it's ramping up, you know?
Yeah.
This is a really good
This
episode.
episode was really, really good. And they used Ultra Romantic in it. So,
Oh
obviously,
my
big star
God.
for this episode.
One thing I want to say, before we get out of here, is that they used it a couple times. They used it a couple times this episode, where they were very deliberate with when they chose to show a very short frame. Like, in time duration, like, how long they decided to, like, show a frame. Like, we had a couple moments, but the biggest one to me was when Ishigami and Kaguya are walking away outside, and I almost, like, was filling in the blank here, because it was when they were walking out, and Ishigami was like, if you spend any more time with me in my studies, won't it affect your own grades? And, like, before anything happened, in my mind, I was like, lie. Like, that's, like, the theme all episode, right? And then look how quick it was on her face. It's really not enough to change anything. And then look. Like, it was very quick in relation to, you know, everything else. But it like, spoke lie to me, and it was very deliberate. But it was good.
I just especially liked the wide shot we got of her giving a little tantrum while he was standing there.
Yeah.
I especially liked that.
Good episode.
It was a very good episode. I definitely really enjoyed this episode. And I still hope that we get Chika and her father having everyone over.
Agreed.
Yes.
You good?
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.